Manila police on Thursday released John Paul Solano, a principal suspect and witness to the fatal hazing of law freshman Horacio Castillo III, following a Justice Department order. His release was delayed because the DOJ had to revise its resolution, which did not include its verdict on the Manila Police's charge of obstruction of justice. Solano was detained for a week after his surrender. He vows to tell the truth about Castillo's death. Solano will face preliminary investigation in October to determine the charges to be filed against him. The DOJ earlier recommended that the criminal charges filed against him, murder, perjury, robbery, and the violation of the anti-hazing law, be further investigated. Senator Panfilo Lacson files graft and economic sabotage complaints before the Office of the Ombudsman against former Customs Commissioner Nicanor Faeldon over alleged involvement in rice smuggling. Lacson also implicates 9 others for conspiring to smuggle 40,000 bags of rice to Cebulay Trading Incorporated without payment of customs taxes and duties and without the required import permit. He says the 9 supposedly used fake permits. Lacson says 2 shipments of rice entered the country through the port of Cagayan de Oro without necessary permits. The first shipment was on March 9 this year, containing 21,800 bags of Vietnamese long-grain white rice, valued at $370,600. Lacson says another shipment came in the next day with 18,200 bags of Vietnamese long-grain white rice, valued at $309,400. On April 26, the shipments were declared abandoned and forfeited in favor of the government and will be disposed of. But Lacson says National Food Authority Administrator Jason Aquino disregarded this and issued a certification and confirmation for the shipments on May 17. Aquino supposedly ordered that these import permits would retroact to cover the actual date of arrival. Lacson says Faeldon heeded Aquino's advice and ordered the release of the 2 rice shipments to CLTI. The senator says the government was deprived of the use and benefit of the abandoned shipments worth $680,000 or more than 34 million pesos. Senator Antonio Trillanes is set to file plunder charges against Senator Richard Gordon over alleged corruption in the Philippine Red Cross. Trillanes says this is on top of the ethics complaint he would file against Gordon, who earlier filed a similar case against him before the Senate Ethics Committee. The 2 earlier faced off after Trillanes called Gordon's Justice Committee as Comite de Absuelto for supposedly protecting President Rodrigo Duterte and his family. The Senate Ethics Committee found Gordon's complaint against Trillanes as sufficient in form and substance, but Trillanes is positive the case would not prosper. The Philippine military on Thursday conducts airstrikes against unidentified armed men camping on an island in Bacolod, Calawi in Lanao del Sur, a lakeside town not too far away from Marawi City. Task Group Ranao Deputy Commander Romeo Browner says the military responded when unidentified armed men fired upon a Philippine Navy vessel approaching Balt Island on Lanao Lake to verify the reported presence of armed men there. Browner says the military is not dismissing the possibility the armed men are planning to reinforce the Maute Group terrorists in Marawi City. This, a week after unidentified armed men harassed a military detachment in Bayang, another lakeside town in Lanao del Sur. Playboy magazine founder Hugh Hefner dies Wednesday. He was 91. Playboy helped steer nudity in the American mainstream, ushering in a new era of sexual liberation. More than the nudity, Playboy became a platform for writers and artists to publish their work. Playboy's contributors include literary legends such as Jack Kerouac, Norman Mailer, Kurt Vonnegut, Margaret Atwood, and Joyce Carol Oates. Aside from being a publishing icon, Hefner was known for his high-profile relationships, many of which were with Playboy playmates, the models featured on the centerfold of the magazine each month. He was married 3 times. His 3rd wife was Playmate of the Month in December 2009, Crystal Harris. They married in 2012 and have a 60-year age gap between them. His son Cooper pays tribute to his father, saying, quote, "My father lived an exceptional, impactful life as a media and cultural pioneer, and a leading voice behind some of the most significant social and cultural movements of our time in advocating free speech, civil rights, and sexual freedom." He adds, quote, "He defined a lifestyle and ethos that lie at the heart of the Playboy brand, one of the most recognizable and enduring in history. He will be greatly missed by many, including his wife Crystal, my sister Christy, and my brothers David and Marston, and all of us at Playboy Enterprises."